Welcome to my YouTube Live. Today we're going to be doing a fall garden tour, and our garden is almost entirely native plants, so I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. My name is Stephanie Lindloff, and I am an eco-intuitive coach and teacher, and I love helping women who are struggling with anxiety. I love helping you to reclaim your peace through connecting more deeply with Mother Earth. I have a passion for gardening with native plants, and I share a lot of information about it on a regular basis. And today I just wanted to share our gardens with you. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're just going to walk and talk. And please feel free to jot any questions that you may have in the comments. I look forward to answering your questions. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. This is the entryway to our home, and I love the colors in the autumn. It's just so beautiful. All of the different browns and like shades of burgundy and whites. Oh, it's so pretty. It's such a lovely way to come into our house and so easy to step out the door and connect with these beautiful plants that provide us so much healing and are truly healing the earth, because these are native plants that evolved in this location. We're in northern Illinois. And so, with the exception of one plant in this whole planting area, these are all native plants. I'm going to walk you through them. Sorry about the wind. It's just what we've got today, so I'm going to keep rolling with it. I should tell you that this area used to be, like 3.5 years ago, we had a huge hedge, juniper hedge that extended all the way out to like here. And it was just solid. It was just a big evergreen hedge. It actually obscured a big part of our front windows. So we decided to take it out. It was a early COVID project. I think we did it in it was probably in March, I believe, that we took it out, March of 2020. So right in the thick of it, we decided to get on out here and change our gardens around to something much more healthy for the earth. One of our most used plants is the little blue stem grasses, which are so lovely. Right now they are flowering, and these are their seeds, I should say. These are all the seeds that are dried up. So they are actually ready to be harvested. See, when I just pull them up, we can harvest the seed, super easy. They are considered our matrix plant, which is another term for a plant that you use throughout your garden space. Especially helpful with native plants, because when you provide a ground cover, a solid ground cover plant, you can really eliminate the need for weeding, which is awesome. It provides root competition, so it makes all the plants stand up more upright, and it's just a beautiful grass, especially this time of year. Well, really any time of year, but I just love watching it sway in the breeze. And it's actually the texture of this plant is it's just so lovely. I mean, I could just touch it all day. And in the winter time, it has a beautiful rustling sound, because you want to leave your native plants up for the winter. You don't want to cut them back like we have been taught in so many gardening methods to cut back our plants. We need to keep our plants up in the winter. That's especially important for pollinators and for all types of wildlife. These are a really fascinating plant that this one is, past flowering, of course, but this is the bottle gentian. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in flower, because we still have some that are flowering. They are a gorgeous blue color. And I just saw a bumblebee bopping around over here, but these plants are just they're so special, because the only pollinator that can get inside to pollinate them is the bumblebee. They are a closed flower. So any pollinator actually needs to pry open the top of the flower to get inside to the goodness that lies within. And I love hanging out with the bottle gentian because it is just such a peaceful and really, I don't know, delightful and calm and just a really lovely flower to be around. I think there's something about the color. It's like this iridescent that is just so gorgeous. And then when you're able to hang out with the bumblebees, it just really brings this beautiful creatrix kind of energy that the bee really represents for us in so many ways. And lots of bee wisdom associated with hanging out with the bottle gentian for sure. These are prairie coreopsis, which are, past their peak, of course, but they still have this beautiful yellow color to them and such a lovely texture as well. I'm just going to move over here a little bit. Oh my gosh, I just noticed I have some blue-eyed grass that is blooming, which really surprises me. I didn't think that it would be blooming right now. This little blue-eyed grass, it's not a grass, it's actually a member of the iris family and is really a lovely little flower that when blooming in mass is so pretty, really striking. The plant that it is kind of mixed up with here is in past its bloom. This is harebell, which I thought I saw a blooming harebell around here somewhere, but now I don't see it. And harebell is super fun because it actually, I think it really does attract the rabbits because we'll get rabbits that lay in here. And I know that, a lot of gardeners don't like rabbits, but there's something about seeing that the rabbits have been nesting or, bedding down in this harebell that it just, I don't know, it just feels so heartwarming in a way. I have come out here and have felt this, and it's still been warm from where the rabbits have been laying. So it's just kind of a fun plant to connect with for that connection with a rabbit energy. And here is some harebell. I thought I did see it blooming. This is one of the longest bloomers that we have in our garden. Harebell is, my gosh, I think it starts blooming in like May here, and it's nearing the end of October, and it is still blooming. So that is a wonderful plant to have in your native garden. These are goldenrod. These are smooth goldenrod. I'm trying to get a better angle for the lighting for you. And they, when in full bloom, they were a beautiful yellow. The bees were all over them. Such an important plant for pollinators. So again, it really allows you to connect with that abundant and creative and really strong energy of the bee. There is so much to be said for connecting with bee energy in your garden, and nothing is as good for bees as a native garden. There's just so much to be offering them within a native garden. Here down on the ground, this foliage is an evergreen foliage with the plant prairie smoke. And they're not blooming right now. They bloom in the spring, but they are a really unusual flower that is also a beneficial flower for pollinators. Really, any native plant is going to be helpful for pollinators. Native plants, evolved in particular areas, particular regions for thousands of years. So there's all sorts of connections between pollinators and mammals and birds and the soil itself is restored through planting more native plants. It also helps with water conservation because native plants need significantly less watering. They have such deep tap roots in most cases that they do not need additional supplemental watering like so many of our annuals do, and other perennials that are not native to the area that we live. This is the rough blazing star, which is a beautiful purple flower and really attracts the butterflies. I love what their spent flowers look like. They are little stars. And I think that's something that is worth mentioning. The detail, the attention to detail that you can experience within a native garden is there's something very magical about it. You can just sit and look at these plants and flowers and seed heads for moments to hours and really allow yourself to get into a place of soft focus and appreciate the beauty of plants. This is quinine. It's a wild quinine native to our area. It has a lovely white flower when it is in full bloom. And it also has these great leaves that are so crinkly. I think any kind of gardening can be such a sensory experience. And as we know, if we are struggling with anxiety, a really great way to find some relief is to tap into the wisdom of your senses and to really allow yourself to take in sights and sounds and smells and textures and even tastes and smells, of course, within the garden. These are pale purple coneflower, and they are pretty new to this part of the garden. There's a big section of the garden here, I would say from like there to right about here, that is relatively new for us. It's only a couple of years old, and everything is growing so well, and we're just enjoying it thoroughly. I'm going to just step over here to get a little bit out of the direct sun and give you another vantage point of the garden that comes up to our front door. And one of the things that I always say about gardens right outside your door, it is the easiest way to get into nature. It's the easiest way to give yourself that time and space to just take some breaths, to decompress, to allow yourself to come into stillness, to shift your focus onto something that brings you peace and calm. And gosh, one of the best plants for that, in my opinion, is butterfly weed. Any kind of milkweed with these gorgeous seeds, so fluffy, oh my gosh. And then letting them go in the breeze is so fun. This is the native butterfly weed. It is super easy to grow, and it has a gorgeous orange flower that lasts for months. So that is another plant that I would highly recommend in any native garden, especially if you're just starting out with it. And wrapping it up over in this corner, we've got the seed heads for lanceleaf coreopsis, which is this flower still going here in the end of October. Lanceleaf coreopsis is another excellent plant to grow in a native garden. and very easy to grow from seed, and more of the prairie coreopsis, which turns this lovely yellow color. I am going to just shift over here real quick before I sign off and show you our seed heads on our asters. These asters were covered in flowers earlier this season, and now they are all going to seed. And again, another easy flower to grow from seed. You can just collect the little seed puffs right now. You can scatter it to the winds, or you can put it in an envelope and do some winter sowing with the seed, which I will be providing more information about how to sow seeds in the winter, because it's so easy and so economical for growing and expanding a native garden. All right, that's just a little portion of our native gardens. I wanted to just let you know that if native gardening is something that is calling to your heart, I encourage you to click the link in the description to receive your free guide to 5 native plants with healing textures, including the little blue stem grass that I pointed out earlier in the video. You have an intuitive, sacred connection with Mother Earth. And when you allow yourself to really tap into the healing that the earth is offering to you in every moment, you will receive such an abundance of strength and resilience, and also you'll be able to reclaim the peace that you experience when you are in stillness with Mother Earth. This is something that lives within you. It is something that you already know how to do, and native plants really allow you to step into that fully and bring it out in your life while you are creating such a beautiful garden right outside your home. So just click the link in the description to receive your free guide to 5 native plants with naturally healing textures. I would love to send you that guide. And if you are interested in learning how to create a native garden, I encourage you to sign up for my email newsletter, because I have an online course all about that. Everything from the very beginnings to maintaining your native garden over time. And I will be offering that online course again this late winter, and it would be such a joy to share that information with you so that you can reclaim the peace of a deepened connection with Mother Earth. And you can do it through native gardening. I hope that you enjoyed this little tour. I'll be doing some more in the future because we have a lot more gardens to show, and autumn is such a lovely time to be sharing them with you. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you again next week here on my channel. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.